Okay.
Here, I'll introduce your little segment here.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I did not prepare this.
For me, what the Formula One documentary on Netflix? What's it called again? Drive
to Survive.
Drive. I was thinking Ride or Die, but anyways, yeah, Drive to Survive. The Formula One documentary on Netflix. Like, I've known F1 my whole life. I don't follow it religiously like someone like Zook or others around the world, but I've always had major respect for that sport. You know, I still remember Michael Schumacher dominating, Jacques Villeneuve at that time too. I remember that. But like watching this documentary, really, Chris, shut the fuck up. Watching this
no, you want to know what?
I don't know why
you bring something up.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Hold on a sec. This documentary, really made me like appreciate this sport even more.
Right.
Like, and I know Zook, you and I, we've talked about like how it's behind the scenes, but you say it's like tip of the iceberg though of what happens behind the scenes. And I trust your judgment. You're a much bigger fan than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And for the longest time, I've been wanting something like that for hockey, for the NHL. And I'm not talking about what fucking Prime did for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like that was a joke. And because it's the Maple Leafs. So if it was the Canadians, I'd be saying otherwise. But like, you know, they had 24CH. The best thing the NHL ever did was doing those Winter Classic documentaries.
Road to
24/7, the Road to the Winter Classic. Yes, those were the best. And I truly feel like when they were doing that, HBO, literally giving behind the scenes, you hear the players swearing, the coaches losing their shit, Bruce Boudreau, John Tortorella losing their shit, even Pierre Laviolette. It's typical.
Yeah.
Like, fans like that. They really love that. And I truly believe it was in the they started doing what, 2014, 15, around that time.
It was like 20. It was right around 2012 even.
Exactly. It could have been around that, like the first Pittsburgh versus Washington. I really feel like the NHL had fans like at the highest moments or at the highest point when they were doing. That's what the fans want. They want shit like that.
Now they're going backwards.
Exactly. So Zook and I had this conversation many times. So Zook, I give you a one-timer pass. Go for it.
Okay. Well, look, I'll give you a quick stat. So Formula One it's a worldwide sport, right? So it definitely has just like straight off the bat, it has a wider range of audience, right?
Right.
But yet they were losing in some key markets, like in Europe, for example, Germany, for example, where you have history such as Schumacher, legendary fucking drivers, and ratings were shit. They canceled the fucking race actually at one point because it was just so bad, right? So then all of a sudden, I think F1 got purchased by this company called Liberty Media, which is an American company, or it's a group of American billionaires or whatever it is. And they really put a focus on the marketing of it. So, you know, social media exploded. Now all of a sudden the drivers have a personal social media. That was the first initiative, right?
Okay.
So all the fans could fucking see the inside lives of what
marketing
Hamilton does, how he trains, what he does in the morning.
Marketing their players, basically branding their players, their drivers.
And then immediately,
their products,
dude, F1 jumped 30% in ratings after 1 year, after the first episode of Drive to Survive.
Yeah, no kidding.
30%. That's like the growth of like a fucking huge. Dude, if the NHL sees a 20% growth, that's going to be insane. 30% for a little DVD that went behind the scenes. And it's not all of what happens in F1. There's a lot more that they can't even publish because it's incredibly political. But it really gave Americans who were NASCAR fans turning into F1 fans now.
Wow. Okay.
Which is huge. And you know how huge NASCAR is in the States.
Oh, yeah. Boogity. You get up on your feet. Yeah, it's like
every Sunday. So
just to see them go. Oh.
Yeah. It's nothing that's very easy racing. Exciting as hell though. Like
I'm sure it is.
I never know who's gonna win. Like, which is fucking nuts.
Just make fun of it. Keep constant left turns.
Things like that the NHL, that I find that it's so stratified. It's so divided. Like every team is divided in NHL, and that's what they're trying to preserve. I'm guessing they should break that, go into the days of like a GM, for example, and see what they do and interact with with like rumors and things to that effect. It could be so well done and very easy. The structure's there. They're in North America. It's a great league, great fans, great teams. Now with the States, with Vegas, who's winning, they have a championship team. They could do really something on a global scale, dude. And I don't think,
and they're not. Yeah,
Batman is gonna ever do that. He's, he wants to save fucking Phoenix. Like what's that gonna do?
Chris, you wanted to say something?
Well, on that point, and that this is not what I was laughing about before. I just want to take a little side road to say one of the few times that you came and stayed over with myself and my brother. We watched F1 in the fucking morning. It was a Sunday morning. We woke up early. That was the fucking race. Michael Schumacher fucking smashed into the wall, broke both his legs. The one time we watched,
I was in Italy when that happened.
One of the best drivers in history, fucking crashes and fucking breaks both legs. So I was just laughing.
I don't remember. I really don't. I really don't remember that. But I'll take your word for it.
I swear to God, it was just. But
I believe you. But...
Going back to the conversation that we're having. So laughs aside. Like, I look at the NHL, I look at it on a whole, and what you said before really got me thinking, take Road to the Winter Classic, the 24/7 Road to the Winter Classic.
Yeah.
There was a certain, the marketing that was behind it created a certain level of rivalry, hatred, importance. I'm looking at it now, and I'm not saying that it's only on that show, but I'm having a hard time identifying a single game. And maybe it's because the Canadians are not competitive, but I don't think that's the reason. I don't think, whether you look around the league, I don't think that there are a lot of games that fans are just like, I cannot wait for the next game. Dude, I cannot wait to see this matchup. Like you think about, remember, and this is not what we're asking for. But the whole season, when there was the Pacioretty injury, before and after, every single game against Boston was circled on the calendar. It was circled 5 times over after the injury.
Yeah.
And it was a spectacle. There was a hatred. There was a pride. There was something.
But even the commercials were about the games to come, and they were marketing the games, showing the hits and this and that.
Yeah.
Now
showing
you don't do that anymore. It's just the two logos and a nice fucking background.
Because maybe the question is because what kind of society are we right now?
Right, but fuck, man,
we're soft.
Is it that bad?
They do it in other leagues, Sam. Society would affect other leagues, but other leagues market way better.
Which other leagues are you talking about, though, Joey?
NFL, soccer, they hype you up
football,
a lot more than hockey does.
For sure. Dude,
they should learn
if one thing we noticed, NHL fans are, I'm sorry, a lot of us are soft here. Yeah. We see one thing on Twitter we don't like or don't agree with, we lose our minds that we have to cancel everybody. But
just take the players in themselves. They were so fucking tough, and I'm sorry to say, but it drags you. Look at the reaction that we're getting with Jack-Eye fighting. Look how excited! He doesn't score goals. He's not making. He scores a few goals. He doesn't make incredible plays.
Your point for sure.
But every time he's on the ice and he's there's a possible fight. There's a buzz. There's a vibe. People, I'm sorry to say, but deep down, I think it's deeply rooted in us. You think of Joey, the Roman Coliseum. We get together in a crowd. We're fucking barbaric.
Modern day gladiators. It comes down to our human roots. You can't escape it, people, no matter what you put on Twitter. But all that to say is, before jumping on to the Vegas Golden Knights, do you really think them winning the cup really helps the American market? I'm for sure it just look at outside Vegas's arena when they won. It was a party.
Yeah.
Wasn't Adrian who sent us that it was the least watched Stanley Cup in history?
It could be.
In terms of ratings,
we send a bunch of things to each other, and I can't get to them all.
Well, he sent saying that they I guess they calculated it was the least watched in Stanley Cup history. Not sure if
really.
It's true or not.
Honestly, it's been declining though the last 10 years. If you look at the historical data, it's not on the rise, dude. It's not on the rise.
Wow. Okay.
Even when Montreal, dude, when the Habs were in the finals, it was like one of the good ones, and it was still not
as
where
high.
It used to be. Yeah.